What's up, freaks? It's your boy G9Lardo back at it again with an awesome epic music review. We're gonna get right into it.
Let's get this circus! Oh no!
Surprise, surprise, Nickelback makes its way back onto the list with the new album Get Rollin'. Let's get rolling with those song ratings, and wow, look at that. They're all perfect again. How does Nickelback keep getting away with all these greatest hits of all time? This is awesome.
When I put this palm on your cat, don't snap, it's supposed to get grabbed. Why you think they call it a snatch? I just wanna we'd be turning up the stereo and playing everywhere we go. And so did everyone we know in those days. And everybody got the ball in.
What can I say? This album is just so good. We had to put it on the list again. Again, show us that track listing. Perfection again. Nickelback is one of the bands of all time, believe it or not. And I think they have a bright future ahead of them. I really like this album. That's right, gamers. Up next, we have the Doom soundtrack. The sound design and production on this album was really good. I could hear sounds in front and back. I mean, as long as left and right as well. It was almost like I was in hell, beating up every demon that was sent there willingly, I guess. This soundtrack was like low-key rock and roll and epic metal, except it wasn't. Most of it was just filler music. If I played the game, I'm pretty sure I'd probably like this soundtrack, but when listening to all 2 hours and 8 minutes of this, I didn't want to listen to the 3-minute songs or the ones where Venom is talking to me. I wouldn't want to listen to those ones ever again. Completely forgettable, to be honest. I was really excited to listen to the 7 and 8 minute songs. Those ones were the best. My favorite one off this album was Transistor Fist. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but honestly, if you have 2 hours to kill and you're just that big of a nerd and a metal freak, this soundtrack is for you. I'm gonna give this album a 65. That's because it was very boring at some points, and I didn't want to listen to it. But I see that there's talent.
Heading down to Vegas, beating up with the crew. I take
If you want pure uncut rock and roll, uncircumcised rock and roll, you come to the right place. It's Nickelback's Get Rollin', released in 2022. This is bringing the rock back. When rock finally dies, everybody's going to look back on this album and reminisce on how great of an effort it was to save rock and roll. And I think Nickelback already did save rock and roll, but evil people like the Big Ganon are here to destroy it, and we need to kill him. Next, we have Awaken the Fire by Like a Storm, alright? This album, I thought it was going to be like 2005, I Hate Myself, a 3 Days Grace kind of rock and roll, and it kind of was, but it wasn't. It was released in 2015, and it sounds just like if Skillet and Shinedown had a baby, and that baby grew up to be a teenager, and that teenager joined the JROTC and wore his military uniform to school every day. This album is specifically for those types of people. I was thrown off by the didgeridoo at first, but it did create some unique sounds that I've never heard before in a rock and roll metal album. I thought Gangster's Paradise wasn't going to be a cover when I saw it on the track listing, and then it was a cover, and then I immediately didn't want to listen to it as soon as it started. It was super cringe. This is why metal wins again. There's a lot of forgettable stuff and some poor stuff on this. I like Chaos. That was a good song. Southern Skies was a good song. I'm gonna give Awaken the Fire Like a Storm a solid 70.
Tell me, Lord, where my little angel go? 'Cause I'm down here alone. You got room for just one more. Just one more.
Finally, to close out our list, we have Nickelback's Get Rollin', released in 2022. This album slaps, am I right? This album is so lit, fam. I can't believe it. I'll throw up that track listing one more time. Wow, look at that. Vegas Bomb, Skinny Little Missy. These are all tracks that you can celebrate with your family, listen to on Christmas time, around the Christmas tree, and just be a part of a family. Just have the family gather together and listen to Nickelback. This is gonna be unprecedented, but I think this album is worth it. We're gonna give this a 100. This was the best album of all time. I don't know how music gets any better from here. I think it's all downhill. What in the bloody hell is up, gamers? It is your boy, James Corden, back in again with another BBC radio interview. Today we're talking with one of the Beatles about the hit album Rubber Soul. What's this one again? I think it's Rango or something. I don't know. Rango, how you feel about this album? Well, James, I think we put a lot of work into this album. It's one of the albums of all time that we've written. My favorite part is when we remastered it and sold it in stores. I bought it up, little lads at the music store with all the vinyl records and all that. But yeah, one of the records. So I have to ask, how does it feel to make one of the most listenable albums of all time? I mean, I listened to this front to back, no issues whatsoever. Again, the remastering work has been so brilliant. I can't believe that it sounds so good. It's like you can listen to it in the car, on your phone, on the TV now, the telly. This is awesome. And we make so much money, even though everybody's dead. That's awesome and all, but I have to ask about the last song, Run For Your Life. Isn't that a bit sussy, as the kids might say it? What was up with that song? Tell me! Well, it was a different time. Back in 1965, I believe it was socially acceptable to chase after women and threaten their life on the street. But honestly, I wish we could delete it, but remastering it was just such a good thing for our careers that we couldn't leave it off the track listing. And besides, there's plenty of other songs that are like bloody gross nowadays, right? With the twerking and the whap. Wow, bloody brilliant, you might say. Anyways, it's been a pleasure to meet with you. It's a pleasure.
I'm James Corden. I'm the star of the show.
It's alright.
I'm giving this an 81.
Just keep talking over
out of 100.
Just keep talking over.
Hey, who said you can talk over me?
Over rabid
Stupid idiot.
Yes.
Die!
Thank you. Have a good night. I love you. Nickelback, get rollin' forever.